Do you have any advice for developers or maybe people who want to break into Web3?
For developers who have been interested in Web3 for a long time, or they just want to get into Web3 now, I think the most fundamental thing I can tell you is please have your Web2 basics sorted. If your Web2 basics are not done yet, it is going to be very, very difficult for you to scale up and to actually understand and build on top of your knowledge. Every Web3 platform will use fundamentals from Web2. It would need you to have grasp of React.js. It would need you to have grasp of how a server will work, or what distributed computing is, or what DevOps is. So if that knowledge is just not available to you and you have not spent time learning all of that, you cannot become a good Web3 engineer. Because at the end of the day, we are building solutions and we're building softwares on top of blockchains. So how to build a software is something you need to know before getting and putting that software on a blockchain. Because then your deployment layers will change. You need to do some other type of architectures or not. You can only decide that if you know Web2. So make a basic React app, make a basic server, connect the two, get the data flowing, understand how databases work in general. I feel that, relational, non-relational, that is up to you. SQL, MongoDB, they both perform very nicely. Just build that information for you first. Once that is done, then move on to Web3, because at least you have a very good foundation to work on and you will go very quickly from point A to point B. If you're somebody who has just started writing HTML and now you say, okay, I'll make a DApp, it will take you 6 months. But if you make an app before a DApp, it will take you less than 2 months. And then your major focus is not how to make a website, it is how to write Solidity or how to connect Solidity to React, stuff like that. So first advice, build Web2 foundations, very, very important. Second advice, never refrain from learning, because Web3 changes a lot. If you say, okay, now I know how to write Solidity, I will not learn anything again, you will be outdated in 3 months. The job market will just move so much ahead of you, you will not be able to catch up. So always be on the lookout for good articles and things you can read. And whatever you learn, share them online. Tell the world that, hey, I learned something. It will get you hiring managers, founders, good communities, good engineers around you. It is just the most beneficial to share things with the people around you and build a community around. That's what I would say is my piece of advice for any developer who's interested on listening.
Excellent advice, actually. I think that totally makes sense. Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, a lot of the dApps that we use in Web3, we still have to use some Web2 technology, right? Obviously, like for the front end, for example.
Exactly.
Maybe some Web3 product also still use like a centralized database, so there's still a lot of Web2 components being used there, right? Yeah, so we cannot really escape away from that. Yeah.
I mean, just to add on, see, React or Node.js or all, they are not centralized, they are not decentralized. They are just a tool, right?
Yeah.
You can use it in whatever way you like. So learn the tooling first, then move to the ideology that you want to follow. So yeah, that's basically it. Just wanted to add that.